English is helping Nigeria politicians steal from us. Do you know that? Let me say something that might sound uncomfortable, but it needs to be said. The English language is helping Nigeria politicians steal from us. That's just the truth. Yes, not guns, not juju, grammar. English has become the safest hiding place for corruption in Nigeria. English language is a big problem that we have, but we just don't realize it. Every time a politician wants to steal, lie, or escape accountability, what do? They don't speak to you in Igbo, they don't speak to you in Hausa, they don't speak to you in Yoruba, or in any other indigenous language that is in Nigeria. They speak English, big English, confusing English, emotionless English. Funds were misappropriated, due process was not fully observed, an investigation is ongoing. What does that even mean? That language is designed to reduce anger, not increase understanding. Let me tell you something simple. If a politician stood in the village square and said in Igbo, anyị jiri ego unu mee ihe onwe anyị, which simply means we used your money for ourselves, they would be shamed and there would be rage. There would be consequences. But when they say it in English, it sounds like a paperwork. English creates distance. Distance protects criminals. In our indigenous languages, words have weights. In Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa language, words carry community. Words carry ancestors. Words carry moral judgment. You don't just steal money, you disgrace your lineage. But English removes the soul from crime. That's why politicians love it. Let's be honest with ourselves. English has created a political elite class in Nigeria, a class that sounds intelligent but lacks consciousness, a class that governs people they don't emotionally connect with. That's why the average Nigerian hears a government speech and says, this thing is too big for me. And once people feel unqualified to understand power becomes lawless. Now, listen carefully. I'm not saying English is evil. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I am saying this. A people who are governed in a foreign language are easier to deceive. That is not an insult. That is history. Imagine corruption trials explained in local languages. Imagine budget breakdown in Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. Imagine politicians forced to answer questions in language they think in. Suddenly, stealing becomes personal. And I say, suddenly, lies sound ugly. Suddenly, power feels closer. So the question is not, can indigenous languages end corruption? The real question is, why are our leaders so afraid of speaking to us in our own languages? Think about that. English did not just colonize our past, it is protecting our thieves in the present. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to share, like, and comment. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.